Hello, today I'm reading a Sallyface X gender-neutral listener. It is called First Kiss. You were sitting on your apartment balcony with Sal, playing a couple card games to pass the time. Talking here and there as you played, but mostly you were doing the talking. Sal wasn't much of a talker, but he loved listening, which was exactly one of the things that you loved so much about the soft blueberry-haired boy. Some of the other many things you liked about him included, but not limited to, his pale skin littered with small, red, scarred-out patches, his fluffy orange Maine Coon cat, Gizmo, who would always come up and lay himself across your torso whenever you were laying on his living room floor, his piercingly blue fake eye, and his grayed-out real one. And the way he always knew what was wrong, how to help you, and what you needed. He wasn't a talker, but he was an observer. Speaking of observing, you may or may not have been staring down at your hand of cards for the past minute or two while you thought about it in silence. He had just sat there, looking across at you silently while you lose yourself in your thoughts. You peered up with a sigh, placing the cards on the pile. "Sorry," you muttered quietly, taking a deep breath of the outside air. Pressing your lips together as you let your eyes scan between your hands and the balcony floor, trying to decipher if Sal had swapped anything while you were lost in thought. "Have you ever been in a relationship before? Like, a romantic one?" Asked quietly, scanning over his hand a couple times. Then his eyes went back to yours. Then you swore for a split second to your lips and back to the pile of cards, where he carefully placed the Queen of Hearts. "Yeah, I suppose. Not very serious ones. Didn't mean as much as I would have wanted them to." You respond, sighing out the last part of the sentence, looking up at him. "What about you?" You ask with a head tilt, trying to read his expression through his mask like you usually did. When his eyes weren't looking one way or the other, it was completely impossible to determine what he may be thinking. "Me? No. People told me their friends fancied me as a joke before, though," he said flatly, taking another card from the pile and immediately discarding it, looking away from his hand and properly up at you, leaning back a bit. You swallow thickly as you scan over the cards laid across the wood of your balcony, turning your attention from the game to him as well, nearly jumping out of your skin when you realize he was looking right back at you. "No first kiss then?" you ask with a curious head tilt, quietly waiting for an answer as you played with the cards in your hand, still keeping eye contact, but it was his turn to look away. He didn't say anything, just embarrassingly nodding at the floor. You nodded in understandingly, before blushing, swallowing whatever guilt you had about this situation. If you just wanted to get it out of the way, I wouldn't mind helping you out," you say, admittedly a bit shakily, as you forced yourself to look at him in the eyes again. He doesn't respond for a good minute, staring at the cards pile before nodding slowly, not a word being said, or even looking up at you. You're gonna have to take off the mask, Sal," you mutter softly, watching his hands make their way to the back of his head, hearing a small click sound, watching him take the mask off. You probably looked stupid, sitting there just looking at him, blush spread across your cheeks. He didn't look up for a while, but when he did, he had tears in his eyes. "Please don't just stare like that," he said, a tiny crack in his voice as he spoke ever so softly completely broke your heart as you leaned in, cupping his soft pale face in your hands, eyes trailing along the long strawberry scars on his face, breath hitching softly. "I'm sorry," you mutter out quietly, watching his eyes travel all over your expression anxiously, the glass one just staring straight back at you. "You're just so pretty," you mumble out. Before you knew it, his lips were on yours, kissing you like his life depended on it, almost desperate but so lovingly. his scarred upper lip pushing against your full ones, your hands going to tangle in his hair, accidentally almost pushing him over as you climb closer to him, kissing the boy you knew you loved back so dearly. You finally broke away for some air, breathing heavily as you hold onto his shoulders, taking a moment before looking up at him. "Holy shit," he muttered softly, hands on your waist as he looked up at you with wide eyes, trying to slow his own heartbeat and breathing, before leaning in and giving you a soft kiss on the cheek, pressing his forehead against yours. "Why did it take me that long to kiss you?" He breathes out, and you chuckle softly, and he chuckles too. You both laugh so sweetly, and you're in the arms of the boy you love so much, the arms of the boy who loves you more. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the fan fiction. I hope you have a good day, night, evening, whatever. Love you so much. Yeah.